Hi folks, how are you all doing today? So today we're going to learn about basic tags of HTML, right? So we have already learned few tags like heading tags and paragraph tag, label tag, input tag, right? So all these were yes, very important yet interesting tags, right? So today again, we're learning about few more basic tags which we have in HTML, which are very much helpful for us while doing web pages. Okay, so let's quickly get started. Before starting off with our video today, I'm just reminding you all to just go back to my channel, Folks Hub, open the playlist. If you haven't been watching them yet, so please do go back to my channel and watch all of them in sequence so that you get the most of them, right? And yeah, so if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, like, comment, share. Yes, you can do all of these things, right? So do share it with your buddies, right? Because see, there are many people who can't really afford these expensive coding courses, right? This is a free channel, right? You can absolutely watch all my videos for free, right? So you can get knowledge, and yeah, I'm absolutely uploading the content which is kid friendly. Okay, so which is very simple and easy for kids to understand, right? So please do share it with all of your buddies in school, wherever you are, like your neighborhood, etc., etc., right? So please do share, and yeah, let's get started with our today's video. We know where do we have to go. So it's web lab, right? Because we are creating a web page today. Okay, so just click on this, scroll down, you have this beyond blocks, just click on web lab. That's it, you landed onto this page. So here, let's start off with button tag today. Why am I starting with button tag is because in the last session, we have created a small registration form, right? We have understood how to use radio buttons. How to create radios buttons, right? Using the input tag, and then we have used input tag for different types of inputs like text, number, email, and radio and button, right? Submit button basically. So we have used it for all these things. Okay. So today, like in the last session, we have ended our session with the button, submit button using input tag, correct? So today, let's see how to create a button using button tag itself. Okay. So I'm starting off with button tag over here. Button. Okay. So we know we should never forget writing closing tag, right? So by now you might have got habituated. So what is the opening tag and what is the closing tag, right? So this is the opening tag and this is the closing tag. And whatever you want to show on the button is written within the tags, okay? Within these opening and closing tags, right? So let's suppose I want to say register. So it's register. Wow, we can see that register button here. Okay, so this is how simple it is, right? Let's suppose you wanna, when you click on it, something should happen. Okay, if you feel like, right? So you can absolutely do that using on-click event. Okay, so I'm not writing it today because we really are not writing any JavaScript, right? So any button or any component on your HTML can only become functional when you're using JavaScript. Okay. Yes, of course we can write using the script tag. Okay. Let's just do it. I'm just giving ID for this button. It's absolutely up to you what type of ID you want to give. I'm just writing button one. Then I'm writing on click. Okay. On click is one of the events we have, right? When you click on the button, something should happen, right? That something is done using on click. Okay. So let's write a function here. Let's write click me function. I'm just randomly giving this name. Don't worry, you have to give some meaningful name, right? Because I'm just clicking on it to just show you how it works, right? So that's why I'm not writing anything really. Okay, so I'm just writing on click me. After click me, you have to open and close parenthesis. We have been seeing, right, functions. If you have not watched my functions video, please do go back to my channel and do watch functions. There are around two videos on functions. Yes, in App Lab there's one functions video. In programming concepts playlist you have one functions video. Please do watch both of them and get to understand what functions are. So this is a function. Click me is a function here. Okay. So after button, I would just like to create a p tag. Okay, because I'll just display something on this p tag. I'll just create empty p tag with para as the ID. So ID is another attribute. Okay. So ID, why we write IDs is to uniquely identify your element, right? Here I'm uniquely identifying my para tag or paragraph tag using this ID called as para. Okay. So this is why we write IDs, right? To uniquely identify any element, any HTML element. Okay. Now, so let's write script tag over here. Script tags are used to write script. Okay. Sorry, the file index.html contains HTML elements that are not allowed. Script, they will be removed when this file dialog is closed. Okay. Okay. Then we can't really write script tags in this. So not at all a issue. No worries. That's okay. Then we can do something like this maybe. Let's try to do this. Okay. So yeah, let's coming back to this. Let's write on click. Okay. So inside this, we just want to display some text on this paragraph tag here. Okay. To do that, what I'm doing is I'm writing document dot get element by ID. Sorry, small d. Open parenthesis. We have to write ID here. Okay. So I'm writing within single quotes. So ID is para dot inner HTML because we are changing the HTML element, right? So that's why inner HTML equal to. So on this, let's write this is a sample button. Okay, this is a sample button. All right, let's just click on this. You can see this is a sample button is shown on this paragraph tag. That's it. Okay. So this is like we're just defining the function within on click, right? When you click on this button, this is happening. That's it. Okay, very simple thing I was just showing you. And next, so now we have created a button using button tag, right? We have created a paragraph tag, right? So let's display some text. Okay, you can also nest your elements, right? So nesting of elements is nothing but like let me tell you, placing element inside another element, right? So you're placing let's suppose you're placing I element. Okay, that means italic element into a paragraph tag. Okay, that is what is called as nesting of elements, right? So I'm just writing it over here, or I'll just write a new p tag here. You already know p tags. P tags are nothing but paragraph tags, right, to display some paragraph. Now I'm writing I tag. I tag is for italic. Okay, so I'm just okay, right. Let's write something like I am in italic style. Let's, you can see this. I am in italic style. See, it's just having that italic style in it, right? That means that tilted thing. So it is tilting itself, correct? This is because of I tag. Okay. What if I wanna write something in bold, right? So I'll just say B, okay, and closing B tag. B means bold, right? So you can see the letters in bold basically. Just observe here, I am in bold style. See? So these letters are all bold. This was the normal letter style, basically, like the lighter kind of black. So they are in dark shade now. This is because of the bold style they have, right? Okay, because often they're enclosed in B tags, right? So it's not necessarily you always have to write I tag and B tag within a P tag, right? I just wanted to show you how to nest elements. Okay, so let's write something individually. So I'm writing B tag first. Okay, so inside this, sample bold style. Okay, you can see here, right? Sample bold style, right? Let's write I tag again. Closing I tag, very important to open and close tags, right? So let's write sample italic style. Can you see this sample italic style, right? We know how to break the line. You have to use break tag. So this was all about the tags, right? I tag, B tag for I for italic, B for bold, then P for paragraph. Okay, then button for button tag, right? So when I click on register, you can see this is a sample button. It's still getting executed. Okay. And if you want to give two line gaps, you know what you have to do? You just have to write two break tags. That's it. Okay. Now you have two line gaps. Okay. Now, so we understood all these tags now. What is the next one I want to show you is, let me just quickly copy this, paste it here, then enter. Now I'm going to write something called this KBD tag. Okay. So let me just write it KBD. KBD is nothing but keyboard input, right? So let me show you. You know, this has a different style basically. Okay. So keyboard input. Can you see this? Can you see the style over here? Okay, I'm sorry. Can you see the style? This is absolutely seeming like a keyboard input, right? Usually in programs, while writing computer programs, you will be writing, like you'll be giving inputs, right? So old systems, so that kind of a style it has, correct? So that is KBD, okay? Keyboard input, right? Keyboard input tag. So keyboard KBD is written here, right? So this is keyboard input. And then to give a horizontal rule below any element, okay? So you just say HR tag. HR tag will give you a horizontal rule like this, okay? So if you want two, that means you just have to write another HR. And HR is another exception here, okay? Like break tag doesn't have a closing tag. Similarly, HR tag also do not have a closing tag, right? You just write it like this, and how many ever HRs you need, I mean horizontal rules you need, you can just type those many HR tags, right? So I just wrote two. You can see these two, right? So let's write four because it is I mean it should look like the four ruled thing. Okay, so yeah, four HRs, that means four horizontal rules. Okay, so I'll just write it in the comment so that you do not forget about this. Horizontal rule. Okay, horizontal rule is HR tag. KBD tag is keyboard input. I just wrote it here, so I hope you should be able to remember this. Okay, then so then let's put a break tag. What is the next tag we are learning about is to show any image on your web page. Okay, that means to display image on your web page, we can actually use image tag. Okay, image tag is nothing but IMG. Okay, it's not IMAGE. Okay, so you have to remember this, and this is also an exception in tags, right? IMG tag do not really have a closing tag, right? So far we have understood about four tags which really do not have a closing tag, right? First one is input tag, right? Input tag doesn't really have a closing tag. Then BR, okay, then HR, then IMG, image tag. Okay, you also have a link tag here. This also do not have a closing tag. I'll get to I mean, I'll let you know about this link tag later. Okay. Now, img tag is to display any picture, okay, image, right? So we'll do that. We can't really just write img and leave it, right? Because it doesn't know which image to display. That means we have to provide a source for it. Source is nothing but src, okay? So I'll just get some online link. Let's get a flower images. So, uh, which one I like? I'm so I'm so particular about choosing things. So it might take a minute to choose. Just give me a moment for choosing something really good. Uh, I think this is good. It's okay. I'm just copying the image address. Okay, let's just paste this here. Oh my god! See this link? It's huge. Oh my god. Let's get something else then because it's huge. So copy image address, Control Z, Control V. Oh my god, this is also huge. I think we should go to Pixel, Pixel. Um, is it Pixel only? Let's just click on it. Now really. This one. Yeah. Okay, it's Pexels. I forgot the link. Got it. So in pixels, let's search for flowers. Okay, you got it. Wow. Let's just take this. Okay, free download. Um, I think I just need the link here. Do I have one? Free to use. Share. Set a link back to this photo. Copied. Let's get here. Control Z, Control V. Okay. I'll just remove this thing. Is it getting displayed? No, not really. Why? We have the link, right? Pink rose. Let's do something like this. This image is not working. Let's just go back, cross, go back, cross, go back. Hmm. Let's search for flowers again. Flowers images. This time I should be lucky enough to get a smaller link. Let's let's just see. Oh, why am I wasting so much of time here? Okay, so let's copy this image address. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control C, Control Z, Control Z, Control V. Wow, thank God. These hibiscus saved my life. Okay, so image tag is this much, right? So you just write img and src source. You provide the source link, and that's it. You can see this image here. If you want to set size of your image, absolutely you can do that. So you can do that using width and height attributes, right? So let me just give 500 as the width and height 500 again. So yeah, this is how it is. Okay, so if 500 is so big, then you can just say 300 and 300. Wow, this is good, right? Cool. So this is how you can change the width and height of images, and you can absolutely show them on your web pages, right? You can display them. Now, so we understood about the image tag, how to display it, and why to write this src, right? Without the source of what picture you want to show, how can your web page know about that, right? So that's why we have to give src, and this is very important to do so. Okay. And last thing we are learning today is pre-tag, right? Do you remember in the last session we have discussed about paragraph tag? When I write p-tag, paragraph tag, what happens is it gives me the output in the next line, right? Sample, let's suppose. So you'll check that it is on the next line, right? It is on the new line. And then if I just copy the same sample, I'll just give a space, paste it here, Control Z. I'll just copy only the sample. So if I just paste it here, I'll give so many gaps and then paste it here, then I'll paste it here, paste it here. So if you just see here, I have so many gaps here and I gave so many gaps here. Then I'm just clicking on new line, that means enter, and then pasting it over here. But still, everything is in single line over here, right? Why is this so? Because your paragraph tag really doesn't care about the spaces, extra spaces, whatever you're giving, it doesn't really care about it. It just shows everything in a single line like a paragraph. Okay. So this is how it is. Paragraph tag itself is like that, right? Now let's use pre-tag. Okay. Pre is pre-formatted text, right? So let's just write pre. Now, now I'll do something like Control V. I'll give so many spaces. Control V. I'll give again. So Control V, then I'll enter, then paste this, paste this, paste this. Okay, let's check it. Can you see this? However, I wrote here, right? Sorry, here, it is absolutely showing the same thing, right? It's and the style, you can see the style, it's absolutely different. It's seeming to be like a pre-formatted text. Okay, pre-tag is nothing but pre-formatted text in whatever format you write, correct? So it is just shown in the same way. It doesn't really change anything. Okay, so if I give 10 spaces, it absolutely shows all those 10 spaces here, right? If I'm writing it on the next line, it shows the same thing on the next line. It doesn't really care how many spaces you have. It doesn't really care what you wrote inside this. Okay. It cares about all the spaces you gave, all the formatting you have done for that. So it just cares about that. Okay. This is the difference between the P tag and pre tag. Okay. P, paragraph tag, pre-formatted text. Okay. I hope you understood the difference better, right? So this is all about our today's session. We have learned about button tag, how to write a function inside the button tag, right? How to display a text when you just click on the register button. You understood this using this particular thing, right? And then we understood how to write IB is nothing but I is italic, B for bold. So you can see the italic and bold styles, right? Then you understood about KBD tag, which is keyboard input, right? So we also saw this horizontal rules, right? HR tags, which are again exceptional tags because you really do not have any closing tag for HR, right? Like BR is break tag, HR horizontal rule. Then we understood how to display image on your web page, right? So not only displaying the image, but also how to set the width and height of the image you understood. So these are the attributes and these are the values you're giving. Okay. Then comes pre-tag, right? Pre-tag is very important as this is pre-formatted text, right? So in whatever format you want to display something, you can absolutely do that in the pre-tag. Okay, if you're giving 1,000 spaces, it just does the same thing. It gives all those 1,000 spaces and then it writes something whatever you want to write. If you're just writing everything on a single line, it just shows the same thing. Okay, so let's suppose you want to write a poem and you have a few stanzas, right? So then first stanza, then you'll give some line gap, then you'll write second stanza, right? So that's absolutely you can print using pre-tag. Okay, because you need not worry about the spaces you're giving and all, because however you write it, it just displays in the same way. Okay, so this is all about these basic tags which we wanted to learn today. So, on the whole, you understood how to write the HTML skeleton from our previous sessions. So, HTML skeleton we understood, and then what is the importance of web development we understood, and then how many tags like H6, right? H1 to H6 heading tags are there, and P tag, paragraph tag, input tag. Then you understood about label tag, how to display a label, and we also saw button tag, italic I tag, bold B tag, KBD keyboard input tag, then HR horizontal rule, then IMG for displaying images, image tag, right? So and pre tag lastly. Okay, pre-formatted text. Okay. So yes, let's meet in our next session with more tags, right? And let's see if we can create a web page in the next session. Of course, we have created a web page today, right? It looks good, not bad, right? It doesn't really feel like we have experimented on this page, right? Okay, so I was just kidding. Yes, let's um, let's meet up in the next session. Before that, you know what you have to do until my next video. You have to keep watching Folks Hub. Okay. Yes, thank you so much for for all your support you've been doing and giving, right? So yes, thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye, guys, and have a great day. All.